What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? It's your boy back with another one. People, in today's video, we want to discuss the role Ramaphosa, Cyril Ramaphosa, the president of South Africa, and the position he's taken to bow down to America's demands. Now, let me know what you think about this topic in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know we family, right? Hello. People, I'm not sure if I can even articulate what I'm seeing online. And I don't even know if South Africa is even putting out the right energies and giving out the right messages to the world. I mean, the first thing Donald Trump did when he took office, he cut aid. He signed executive order cutting aid to South Africa without question. And he did that in support and in aid of Israel because South Africa took Israel to the ICJ. Now, when Donald Trump signed the executive order to cut aid to Africa, he was expecting a response from South Africa of equal measure, right? And South Africa came to the table. They were like, we're going to cut our minerals to them and we're going to do that and we're going to do that. When Donald Trump signed the executive orders cutting aid to South Africa, did he take into consideration that it might start a trade war, that it might affect business between American suppliers or American buyers of South Africa's products? Did he consider all that? He probably did. And he just said, well, what? Well, screw it. Let the business suffer, it will pick up, or they'll diversify, or we'll find new markets. That's the way he was thinking. He didn't back down because now companies are going to close, we're going to lose business, where we're going to get other products from, where we're going to get new minerals from. No. Say what you mean and say what you mean and mean what you say. Ramaphosa and Gwede Mantashe came out saying Donald Trump must leave South Africa alone. He must keep his America. We'll keep our South Africa. Gwede Mantashe said we have minerals. We'll withhold our minerals. And now you go online, you hear that, oh, South Africa wants to mend fences and mend ties with America. And people, when Donald Trump signed that executive order, do you think it occurred to him that job losses are going to occur? Job losses are going to occur in America. That production output or that's going to affect businesses in America. Do you really think that is the top of his agenda? Do you really think that? If that was going to be the case, he wouldn't have signed those orders because it would affect business, it would affect employment, right? And it would affect trade with South Africa, right? He took that into consideration and he decided, well, Israel is more important than job losses, than losing trade with South Africa because Israel is more important. And he stood on it and he didn't back down. South Africa, on the other hand, retaliated with the bite force of a crocodile or a shark or a lion, you know. Now come 27th of April, the 28th of February, seems like South Africa's backtracking. Why? Why? Why did we first give out this big boy attitude? Give out this big boy energy that we can stand on our own two with the most powerful nation in the world with the most biggest economy in the world. You know what I mean? Why did we give up that image in the beginning, only for us to then fold? I mean, why? I mean, of course, people are going to come at me and say, "Hey, job losses are a problem. Economics is going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem." Of course, it's going to be a problem. Of course, we must suffer. We don't. We're not even going to suffer then. We're already suffering now. Will things get worse? Of course, it will get worse. Will it be worse forever? No. Okay. Zimbabwe is going. Zimbabwe is probably going through the most. Are all Zimbabweans dead? Are all Zimbabweans out of the country? No. Zimbabwe is still standing, as barely functioning as it may be, as undemocratic and unproductive and all these words, whatever you can think of. Zimbabwe is still there. Through all the hardship and all the hardship, it's still there. They put sanctions on Putin. He didn't back down. Russia struggled and suffered for a while. They came right. They put trade tariffs on China. China didn't back down. China's still standing. There, Israel is bombing the hell out of Palestine. Yeah, for the past 15 months, they went through hell. They're probably still going through hell now. But the hell now is much more easy and lighter than the past 15 months were. They went through hell. But they're still standing. They're still in the Gaza. No matter even if they don't have anything, they're still in the Gaza. Gaza's still standing. There's the AfriForum, the Afrikaners. They're not backing down. No. They want what they want and they're standing firm on it. They're even going to America again and again. They're not backing down. Even though they were accused of uh, treason and being traitors and sellouts, they're still going ahead and doing it again. They went again to America, right? They're not backing down. So my question is this: is it a race thing? Are these people not backing down because they're white? Are these people not backing down because they are inherently superior? Why? Why South Africa backing down? Why? Is it because we're black? Is it because we are inferior? Is it because we are scared? Is it because we are afraid to go through hardship? Is it because we are scared our country might just fall off the face of the earth if we lose a goer? Are we so afraid of America that now we're even considering um, we might even start considering withdrawing the case against Israel? I mean, is America so powerful that it can dictate to us what we can and cannot do? Are you telling me that America actually runs South Africa now? Are you telling me that we do not have politicians who have backbones? Are you telling me that anything the white people say that we as black people must just jump up and do? No. People, the economy. That's what everybody talks about. The economy. Gaza got no economy. That is still there. Half of 3/4 of African countries do not have economies of worthy of mentioning, but they're still there. Haiti, still there. If the worst of the worst is Gaza, right? And the Congo, let's just say Gaza and the Congo, right? Congo not so much because mainly the fight is only in the east, so trade can happen in the west. Gaza is probably the worst of the worst at the moment. The whole north to south and east and west of Gaza is just like, but it's still there. Do I think we're going to get to those levels of Gaza? No. So which means that we can still survive, right? As we speak now, there are people going to bed hungry. Do we now need to wait for a Gaza? Do we now need to wait for a tax? No. People are already going through the most now as we speak. So there'll be nothing wrong if we go through even more. Because at some point it has to come to an end. Nothing goes on forever. Iran had sanctions put on them, they're going through the most. Cuba had sanctions put on them, they're going through the most. But they're still there. You don't see Cubans dying left, right, and center. You don't see none of that. But they're going through, they're adapting to whatever they have, right? So my question is, why are we backing down? Why did Cyril buckle? What was said that he now sees the need to go mend fences with America? For what? For what? We do not need America. And we need to show America that we do not need America. Yes, they are an economic benefit to South Africa as South Africa's second largest trading partner. But that shouldn't stop us from going to war with them. Economic war, trade war with them. Even military war. It shouldn't stop us at all. Dude, we don't care. We're at that point where we shouldn't care about America. The one thing that everyone talks about is the economy, is jobs. If Trump cared so much about unemployment and jobs, he wouldn't have started all these trade wars that he started with China, that in cutting jobs and cutting trade, and now cutting this and cutting that, knowing there's going to be repercussions from the opposing nations, right? But he didn't care. Putin didn't care. Hamas didn't care. And they still don't care. So why are we caring? It's because of skin color, right? Because we're black. Because we fear anything white. That's what I'm thinking. It can't be anything else. Please tell me. There's AfroForum, they do as they please. There's the DA, they do as they please. Do we say anything? No, we don't. No, we don't. I say, how about South Africa tests the waters, right? And we take up AfroForum on the genocide accusations, right? We just test the waters, right? So let's say South Africa takes the SANDF, and we surround Orania with tanks, helicopters, and everything. We surround Orania, right? Then we see the reaction of the world. Before we do anything, we just take tanks, every soldier, and we just surround Orania. We don't do anything, we just surround Orania. And then anyone threatening anything, we at the ready to pull the to pull the trigger and then wipe Orania off the face of the earth. We just see the world's reaction to that, right? Just see the world's reaction to see how they will respond when we build up military uh, personnel around Orania, just to test and to see the world's reaction. People, at some point, Africa needs a strong man. Africa needs a strong man. Africa needs a strong representative. Africa needs a country, a leader that can say, not in this day and age, not again, not in my name. Africa first, and Africa cannot keep getting bullied year in, year out. Guys, it's not right. It's not fair. So for South Africa to buckle and to bow down to America and to bow down to pressure, next thing you know, Israel's going to demand this. Then UK is going to demand, and we just bowing. We keep bowing down. For who? For what? Why? Because of the economy, because of jobs. If that's the case, we will now diversify. We are now moving the economy from whatever it is now to an entrepreneurial one now. Now there's no such a thing of, oh, we're worrying about the economy now, we're worrying about employment. Because now everyone is being pushed into entrepreneurship, whether you like it or not. See my point? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. But one thing I do know is that at some point, some black African country must stand up, must take the lead role, and do like what Hamas has done. That's the only way you'll gain respect. Look at it now. You may not like Hamas. You may not support Hamas. You may think Hamas a terrorist group, which the world has designated them to be. Well, the Western world is a terrorist group. But look what they've managed to achieve. They have managed to scare Israel, that Israel has failed to defeat them. Now Israel is asking for them not to be in power. That's the only way they will move forward, right? You see, the power of standing up for yourself, the power of fighting back. So, because African countries, I don't know, it's because of racial bias, I don't know if it's because of economic bias, I don't know if it's because of trade bias, I don't know if it's because of monetary value. I mean, we just stand by and watch our currencies get devalued and we do nothing. By right, I think just to send a clear message, South Africa should actually build up a military so strong with nuclear weapons, with aid from Russia and China to build up 1 million strong, 2 million people, or 2 million personnel strong military, complete with nuclear weapons. And we're going to bomb Britain for colonizing and do all these things, right? Because 2,000 years ago, the Jews lived in Israel, and now it's 2025, and now the Jews are claiming land, right? We take that same principle. You came, we go to UK. We go to the UK, we tell them, like, you guys came, you colonized, you took land, you did this, you killed our people. Now we're exacting that revenge now. Bam! And we go. But you know what people are going to say to me? It's 2025. That's ludicrous. You come in, dude. We need to start something. We need to show power. We need to start a war. We as Africans need to start. Look what happened in Iraq. Unprovoked. Look what happened around the world with Britain. Unprovoked. But now if Africans do it, oh no. Oh no. People, if Ramaphosa and the ANC don't step down, we need to force them out of power because we cannot have spineless leaders. We need aggressive leaders who do not care, right? Who do not care, who want to conquer, who want land, who want this, who want to colonize. We need such leaders. So if that leader, if it means we need to get Hamas in here to come and run the country so that we can dominate and we can go around, so be it. Let's just vote in some war. I wish Shaka Zulu was alive, man. We will vote Shaka Zulu and keep him in power, and we know South Africa will be a strong entity. Day in, day out, week in, week out, year in, year out. For as long as he's alive, we know Shaka Zulu keeps South Africa as the strongest nation on the continent, one of the strongest nations on the planet. We need leaders like that. So since it looks like Hamas is the only option, or maybe let's say Putin, Xi Jinping hasn't started anything. So, but you can see he's not a person that's going to back down in any shadow way. So let's go those dictators in. Let them, let us volunteer South Africa as a colony of Russia or China and see if America will bully South Africa, knowing that it's a colony of Russia or China. How about that? Would that make more sense than bringing in Hamas to rule South Africa? Would you agree to that? Let me know what you think about this. You know what I mean? Because for me, I just feel like bowing down to American pressure after us having a loud bark doesn't make no sense at all. It just shows weakness. I don't know. What do you think? Next, we get into the pros of not backing down, the pros of having a loud bark, but more importantly, the pros of having a bite. That's the sheer force of a crocodile or a lion or a shark. Holla. Phew, man. People, the pros of not backing down shows the strength and shows the might of the will of the people in believing in the words that they speak. Always speak truth to power. Now, you may not agree with me when I say to you that there's always a pro in having a strongman approach. Of course, you'll always look back and say the retaliation, the retribution, the effects of such actions will hurt the people more than will hurt the leaders. That's true. But in every society, the government has the ability and people have means and ways of surviving. We do not survive wholly and solely on the government. It doesn't work that way. So, yes, parts of the economy will suffer because of losing a goal. That's The AGOA, not every company, not every person is in AGOA. Those that are not in AGOA, how are they going to suffer? Those that are not benefiting from AGOA, how are they going to suffer? Do you benefit from AGOA? Does your company benefit from AGOA? Is your company part of the AGOA deal? No. So if you're not, how are you going to suffer? And that's the majority of South Africans. We are not benefiting from AGOA in any way, shape, or form. Of course, there's money coming in, there's tax breaks, there's these things coming, and reshipping of money that's coming. Where's that money going to? Okay, let's give an example. Let's give an example. Um, Name a company, name a South African company. Wine estates. Let's just give in these farm wine estates. We live here in Cape Town. These wine farms, they're sending out so much wine to to America on the AGOA deal. Tax free, what free, duty free, whatever you call free. The money comes back to these wine farms in Cape Town. Cool. We live here in Cape Town. Are you telling me there's no hunger in Cape Town because the wine farms are benefiting from AGOA? Are you telling me that? Are you telling me that there's no poverty in Cape Town now because the money that are coming from AGOA are going to the national government and the national government is trickling that money down to the people or to the provincial government or to local government? No. AGOA is benefiting those that are benefiting from AGOA, not the masses. So yes, you were talking in terms of it adds revenue to the budget of the region, to the budget of the country. Yes, we do it. The people on the Cape Flats, the people in Khayelitsha, those people are not eating. There are people that are struggling to string 2 cents together. There are people that are not making ends meet at all. And here we are bragging about AGOA. People know there are no, no positives to us hanging on to or even collaborating with Americans. I don't see any positive. Yes, they are the second biggest trading partner to South Africa. But in all reality, it's not like the American trading partnership touches each and every one of us. It does not. So to those that benefit, kudos. To those that don't, let's soldier on. You see what I mean? So the pros to standing up to America, because America is the world's biggest bully. Someone needs to stand up to America. So if South Africa has to be their country, so be it. If Cyril Ramaphosa must step down and the ANC got to go for us to step up to America, so be it. Then they got to go. We need to find a new leader and a new party that can do exactly that. We need to stand up to the world's bully. We need to send a strong message to say Africa will no longer be bullied into anything anymore. Right or wrong? I think I'm right on this one. Next, we get into the cons. You know how we do. Hello. People, the cons of standing up to America. Number one, we're going to lose trade. We're going to lose diplomatic um, partnerships. We are going to lose strategic partners. We are going to lose um, credibility. We are going to lose hmm, we are going to lose. We are going to lose. For some reason, the weirdest thing about standing up to America is that you become a puppet of America. When you stand up to America, you will lose everything and America will crush you. If we stand up to America, they're going to crush our economy. We'll have no economy left. If we stand up to America, we will lose our influence on the global stage. If we stand up to America, right? Do you really believe that? Do you honestly believe that America is the be all and end all of our existence? Really? I always go back and I always say Shaka Zulu existed richfully so, wealthily so, without the West. And we can go back there. We can go back to living the African way. You may not like it. It's not going to be like that forever. Obviously, now that we've tasted modernity, we won't live in the dark ages forever. It will be for a while. I mean, Gaza, they went for 15 months living in the Stone Age. They lived for 15 months in tents and stuff and lighting fires, and Gaza's still standing. Gaza's still there. So I always say, South Africa needs a strong leader, and Cyril needs to step down, because what he's done now, what the ANC have done by barking out loud and telling America to keep the American, we keep our South Africa, and then now bowing down, backing out, that's a coward move. And we don't need such leaders. We don't. So Cyril needs to step down. The ANC need to leave. And we need to put in someone like the EFF, someone who is a radical, militant, someone who will stand up to the world bully, someone who will tell them where to get off. Now, if it's not going to be, if it's not going to be Malema, Gayton's not going to do that, because Gayton is pro-Israel, pro-America, he's pro-business, he's pro-capital, he's pro-everything. So he is not that devil. He's willing to be loud back to South Africans. He's loud back into people here across the borders, low-hanging fruit. That's what he's good for. But to stand up to world leaders, real world leaders, he's not going to do that. To stand up to white people, he's not going to do that. We all know that. So I say my vote goes to EFF. Someone like Malema is willing to stand up to that. If it's not going to be that, I don't know. We need to find a way to bring in Putin, to bring in Xi Jinping, or we need to bring in Hamas, or Hezbollah, or someone who can stand up to America. Someone or a group, or some people who've proven that they do not care about the West, who are willing to fight on until they are totally, really free. That's what I think. Let me know what you think about this page in the comment section below. Do you think I was on the money, or do you think I totally missed it with this one? Because I really feel this latest stunt by Cyril Ramaphosa and the ANC, or the GNU, backing down to America, backing down and wanting to maintain ties with America, that's a really embarrassment. That's a really embarrassing move. I mean, why shout from the rooftops, we don't need that, we don't need that, we will do it. Then all of a sudden you're backing down. Why? That's cowardice. We don't need cowards. We don't need cowards. We need strong, armed men. We need real, true leaders who know how to lead from the front. That's what we need. People from the front lines. Let me know what you think about this video. Was I on the money, or did I totally miss it with this one? Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know we're family, right? Holla.